good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, or good night. Thank you very much for joining me on what is going to be a decidedly different version of ASMR than what I normally do. Tonight, there's no stories, no tales, no fairy tales, none of that. Just relaxation. I had the idea for this as night was falling. It is currently Sunday night, and I occasionally get hit with a very specific mood, and I don't know if the rest of you have this as well. But if even one person has this and it can bring them some relief, then I'm more than happy to do this. You know, when you work 9 to 5, or really work any job, so much of your time goes in, I can't wait for the weekend. The weekend's gonna be great. Even with everything that's gone on in the past year or so, it's easy to look forward to 1 or even 2 days off where you can just breathe for a bit and relax. But then the weekend comes, and then the weekend goes. Sunday night, it all seems to come to a head. You know, you look around, you won't be able to see it with this camera. I'm gonna update that soon. But your room starts turning blue. The sun's going down, and you realize that it's not going to be much longer before you have to go back to work. And that's okay, you know, many good things come from it. But sometimes you feel guilty because you didn't enjoy it the way that you should. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not necessarily true. We all do what we can, and we all relax in our own ways. And if you feel like you wasted your weekend, or if you feel like you're dreading tomorrow, then maybe we could centralize all of that and feel some relaxation, at least for now. So, I'm going to go ahead and share what I do when I'm starting to feel that way. And, you know, maybe it'll benefit you too. So, first, I think about what I did over the weekend. But only after lighting up some incense. So, this brand might seem a little familiar to you, actually. Nagchampa, Agarbati, Satya Sai Baba. I think that's how it's pronounced. It's champa, you know, like you've probably seen this at a flea market or a head shop or at someone's house. You've probably never even looked for it for yourself. It just kind of appeared, like those tiny strawberry candies that you see everywhere. But, you know, they look like this. They're these deceptively small cones, and when you light them, they really fog up. They have a very strong scent, and I really like that about them because it's so overpowering that I have little room to think of anything else. And they basically smoke up the entire room. So, let's go ahead and light that up. There we have it. By the way, no, you really shouldn't inhale incense directly like I just did. Like an idiot. In any event, so what I like to do is I like to recap the weekend. Think of the things that brought you the most joy over the weekend. Think of the things that you enjoyed the most. Even if it was just sitting around or watching reruns of a show. Your way of enjoying the weekend is valid. Your approach to your own relaxation is valid. And I remind myself that there's always something to do. There's never any shortage of things to do. Every waking moment in life tends to be one chore after the other, whether we enjoy it or not. So I like to remind myself that as long as I hit certain milestones, I'm okay. Up until all of this really started, I never really thought much of affirmations. So I have a bunch that I do like to read, and I'd like to read them to you. More to the point, since you're the viewer, I'm going to go ahead and read them to you. Apply them to yourself as you see fit. And if you'd like a list, I could submit one, so you could read them on your own as well. So, without further ado, let's jump into some affirmations. You are courageous enough to face your fears. That's right. You are courageous enough to face your fears. You, specifically, are courageous enough to face your fears. You've overcome worse. And see, you've lived to tell about it. You may not know what you want out of life, but that's okay, as long as you know that you deserve something better. You, again, that's you, have the drive and ambition to realize all your goals. You have the drive and the ambition to realize all of your goals. There is nothing that you can't overcome. There is absolutely nothing that you cannot overcome. You can't control what happens, but you're in full control of how you fix it. You can't control what happens, but you are in full control of how you deal with it. There's never anything in the dark that wasn't there when the lights were on. There's nothing in the dark that wasn't there when the lights were on. Life is a game of hide and seek. What happens next is up to you. You are always doing your best, even when you feel like you're doing nothing at all. Don't look into the stars to see your future. You only need to look within yourself. You can accomplish anything. With all your imperfections, you are absolutely perfect. Everything you've ever wanted is out there waiting for you. All you have to do is reach out and grab it. Your job does not define you unless you want it to. That you're even here is living proof that you can get over anything. When you think of some of the darkest days you've ever had, you need only remember that the sun eventually came up. You can always take a mental health day. You can always take a mental health day if you don't want to go to work. You come first. The convenient thing about tomorrow is that it's always a day away. You are at home in your body, and your body goes with you wherever you go. So, wherever you go, you're home. It's okay to not feel it sometimes. Tomorrow's always another day. Your well-being is your number one priority. It's only a thought, and a thought can always change. There's always next weekend, and the one after that, and the one after that, and the one after that, and the one after that. You do not need to prove yourself to anyone. You only need to make yourself known. No matter whether or not it seems like it, you are loved. The moon and the sun and the stars belong to all of us. The best things in life are always free. Life is beautiful. Life is lovely. And you are in full control of your whole life. You can do what you want to do. You can go where you want to go. It's only a matter of time. You are capable. You are clever, and you are talented, and you are loved. You specifically, you are loved, and above all, you are enough. You are enough. So, just a brief video, just a brief ASMR session of the things I just throw out there when I need to prepare for a new day. Just a reminder that we're all in this together on some High School Musical and we do what we can. We all are enough. And it doesn't matter how many weekends, and it doesn't matter how awkward we might be about how we use our time. At the end of the day, our life is ours, and we can do what we want with it. So, I hope this brought you some peace. I hope this brought you some comfort or some relaxation. Just a little check-in. My name is M. Thank you very much for joining me.